You're not as sharp as you've been trained to believe. And that isn't an insult. It's a diagnosis. At this exact moment, people far above your visibility are making decisions that will shape the next several years of your life. They don't know your name. They don't need to. Their choices ripple downward automatically, and you experience the consequences later and call it life. You assume you're choosing. You assume you're steering. You assume your thoughts are yours. They aren't. You are responding to incentives, pressure, and conditioning that were installed long before you noticed them. You're operating inside a system you never examined, following rules you never consented to, playing a game you don't even realize you're in. And the most effective part of the trap is this. You were trained to believe that this makes you intelligent. You were given exams. You passed them. You were graded. You were rewarded. You were told that obedience with polish equals intelligence, and you accepted that definition without questioning who benefits from it. But intelligence is not compliance. It's not recall. It's not following instructions efficiently. Real intelligence is perception. It's seeing what's actually happening while everyone else is distracted by narratives, noise, and performance. It's knowing when to move, when to wait, and when to let someone else absorb the damage. It's understanding that visibility and power are not the same thing, and that the loudest person in the room is rarely the one in control. Machiavelli saw this half a millennium ago. He watched regimes rise on praise and collapse overnight. He saw rulers celebrated one week and executed the next. And he reached the conclusion people still resist today. Outcomes are not moral. They are structural. The world does not reward goodness. It rewards effectiveness. There is a hierarchy beneath everything you see. Not of money, not of titles, but of awareness. 10 levels, and most people never make it past the third. They live their entire lives imitating, reacting, performing, and never once stop to ask whether any of it is real. Many of them believe they're advanced when they aren't. Many believe they're free when they're tightly managed. The distance between where you think you are and where you actually are is where your frustration lives. That gap explains your confusion, your resentment, your sense that effort isn't translating into control. This will not be comfortable. That's intentional. I'm not here to make you feel intelligent. I'm here to show you where you actually stand. Some of you will recognize yourselves immediately and feel defensive. Others will see that you've been stuck halfway for years without realizing it. And a very small number will feel a quiet confirmation, because your experience has never matched what most people describe. By the end, you'll know which level governs your behavior. You'll know what holds you there, and you'll know the cost of moving. But understand this: insight alone changes nothing. Most people will understand every word and still remain exactly where they are, because ascension requires the destruction of identities people are emotionally dependent on. Are you? Drop this in the comments. I control reality. Level 1. The sleeper. This is where the majority exist, and they have no idea. The sleeper is not unconscious in a medical sense. They work, speak, decide, and move through the world. But none of it is deliberate. Every action is a response. Every opinion is borrowed. Every belief is inherited or installed. They wake when alarms tell them to. They eat what advertising conditions them to crave. They fear what authority instructs them to fear. And they never pause to ask who benefits. The sleeper does not initiate. They react. Push them, they push back. Speak to them, they respond. But they do not create, design, or direct. Ask them what they believe, and they'll repeat headlines, trending opinions, or whatever was most recently reinforced. Not because they're dishonest, but because they can't distinguish thought from repetition. The sleeper craves three things: authority, routine, and agreement. Authority removes responsibility. Routine removes uncertainty. Consensus removes danger. Independent thinking threatens all three. It introduces the possibility of being wrong, being isolated, and being accountable. The sleeper avoids this instinctively, and the system rewards them for it. Because sleepers are fuel. They sustain institutions through compliance. They work without questioning purpose, buy without questioning need, and support causes they don't understand because participation feels safer than awareness. You see them everywhere. I don't know, I just work here. The outrage addict who never reads past the headline. The person who repeats the same day endlessly and wonders why nothing changes. They are not unintelligent. They are dormant. And you cannot argue someone out of dormancy. Awakening is a choice, and most never make it. Machiavelli observed that people judge with their eyes, not their hands. They see appearances, but never feel the forces moving beneath them. Sleepers experience life like debris in a river, pushed by currents they cannot perceive. Waking up here is brutal. It means accepting that much of what you defended wasn't yours, that you were a passenger insisting you were driving. Most never wake. They are born, trained, used, and buried. If this irritates you, ask yourself why. Level 2. The believer. The believer wakes, briefly, and then panics. They sense control. They feel the manipulation. And instead of thinking independently, they attach themselves to an ideology that promises certainty. Politics, religion, movements, conspiracies. The content doesn't matter. The function does. The ideology now thinks for them. It defines enemies, allies, truths, and taboos. The believer no longer evaluates. They align. They feel awake because they rejected the mainstream. They're no longer watching the same channels, repeating the same slogans. They're part of something deeper, but they're still asleep. They've just switched controllers. Where the sleeper obeys authority, the believer obeys doctrine. Where the sleeper follows crowds, the believer follows movements. Different master, same dependence. Believers mistake moral certainty for intelligence. They believe being on the right side means being effective. They don't realize you can be morally correct and strategically irrelevant. Their identity is fused to belief. Question the belief, and they feel personally attacked. Doubt feels like betrayal. So they defend reflexively, predictably. Say certain words and you can trigger exact responses every time. No pause, no evaluation, just programmed conviction. Righteousness feels powerful. It feels purposeful. It feels safe. But it isn't intelligence. It's sedation with better branding. Believers preach instead of listen. They confuse disagreement with hostility. They think they're warriors when they're just foot soldiers executing someone else's agenda. The jump from sleeper to believer feels like liberation, but it isn't. It's a new collar that feels meaningful. True intelligence keeps questioning, even itself. Believers can't. Doubt threatens their identity. Level 3. The mimic. The mimic notices something critical. Intelligence isn't required. The appearance of intelligence is. Sound smart, and people treat you differently. So the mimic collects language, references, and positions without depth. They learn what intelligent people say, not how they think. They deploy complexity as camouflage. Big words, obscure citations, philosophers they haven't read, concepts they can't explain simply. They thrive in environments where performance beats results. Social media is ideal. Post something that sounds profound, collect validation, move on. Ask them to apply it, and they can't. They adapt to rooms automatically. Opinions shift with audience. Not manipulation, emptiness. There's no center, so they mirror whatever surrounds them. Mimics fool sleepers and believers easily. Vocabulary covers the absence of substance, but pressure exposes them. When real decisions are required, performance collapses. They know what intelligent people sound like, but not how intelligent people operate. This level is crowded with people who read summaries, quote fragments, and confuse recognition with progress. Machiavelli warned that appearance deceives. The mimic is pure appearance. Escaping this level requires giving up applause for outcomes. Most can't. Validation feels like movement. It isn't. Level 4. The calculator. Here, something changes. The calculator stops performing and starts analyzing. They don't care how they're perceived. They care whether they win. They see incentives. They see leverage. They see traps. They ask what will happen, not what should happen. What works, not what feels right. Rules become terrain, something to be navigated, not obeyed emotionally. Insults are evaluated, not absorbed. Usefulness, threat, irrelevance, then response. They think in sequences. While others process the moment, they're already several moves ahead. They are effective and exhausted. Because once you see manipulation everywhere, trust dissolves. Every gesture has potential motive. Every offer has an angle. The calculator survives. They succeed. But they are still playing inside a game they didn't design. Cleverness exploits systems. It doesn't create them. To move higher requires something calculators struggle with. Committing visibly. Drop this in the comments. I see the game. Level 5. The operator. The operator acts. They don't wait for permission, consensus, or clarity. They move under uncertainty. Pressure sharpens them. They lead openly, decisively, forcefully. Everyone knows who they are and where to aim. They get results, but they attract resistance. Visible power creates targets. Every decision is scrutinized, every mistake amplified. They carry weight constantly. Responsibility never leaves. This is the level most people imagine as power. Leaders, conquerors, executives. But visibility limits control. Operators burn bright, and often burn out. Fear works, but it decays. Someone always rises stronger. The smart ones realize force has limits. Level 6. The puppeteer. Invisible influence replaces command. The puppeteer doesn't issue orders. They shape desire. They make compliance feel voluntary. They guide outcomes without fingerprints. Information, timing, Framing. They read people instinctively. No fears, incentives, and insecurities. And they use them quietly. But power has a cost. Masks become permanent. Roles replace identity. Eventually, they don't know who they are without strategy. They are effective and empty. Level 7. The architect. The architect stops playing. They build. They design systems that dictate behavior without enforcement. They don't control people. They control environments. Rules feel natural. Outcomes feel inevitable. They think in decades. Others fight battles inside frameworks the architect created. Founders, institution builders, designers of reality. Their work is invisible until it's everywhere. By the time you notice, escape is impossible. Level 8. The sovereign. Control turns inward. Emotion exists, but doesn't rule. Response is chosen, not triggered. No need for status. No dependency on outcome. Power becomes internal, untouchable. They move freely because nothing external controls them. Most never reach this because it requires releasing attachment entirely. Drop this. I am sovereign. Level 9. The void. No ego, no fear, no desire. Nothing to threaten, nothing to bribe. They see the entire map. Act rarely, because most action is noise. They are terrifying because they are unpredictable. Not from chaos, but from absence. They stepped outside the agreement. Level 10. The myth. No longer a person, an influence. An idea that outlives presence. Names invoked, frameworks followed. Reality shaped long after departure. Machiavelli became this. Dead centuries, still dangerous. So where are you? Not where you want to be. Where your behavior places you under pressure. Most never pass level 3. The system needs them that way. Real intelligence threatens structure. Seeing clearly makes you uncontrollable. And the moment you stop reacting and start choosing, you stop being used. The choice was always yours. Most people just never realize it exists. Subscribe for more.